העמודים של תנועת התשובה say because one of the great personalities who also helped us in the earlier days of yeshiva in every manner, giving shiurim and also being machazik, the work we were doing. And not only us, he did it for many. And at that time, he was Rosh of Machon Haro, which was like also a very big pa'ula at that time, when there weren't all these koilelim for training poskim. But he dedicated so much time to be mekarev l'choikem, bichsav or peh, all over the world. And then he organized an organization by the name Shalheves. And we can say, mamish, the Indian of Shalheves is hadlokas hamanoiro lahalus neatomish Shalheves oile me'eleho. ובעצם הפעולה שלו הייתה ממשיך גם עד היום, גם פה וגם בארצות הברית ועוד מקומות, להדליק את אור של מסירות נפש לתוירו, להדליק נר תומד, עד שיש הרבה אלה מאלהו, שיש כמה מוסדות. There also many individuals who were raised to enter with their own enthusiasm, with their own hitlahavut into learning Torah and spreading Torah. And it's a great privilege that he's spending time to address us. הוא ידבר גם בעברית, ואני מבקש גם להכניס משהו יותר נוח, אנגלית ועברית, כדי שכולם יבינו. אז הוא מדבר איך נוכל להכין ליום הקדוש, ליום הכיפור.
Good afternoon. It's worthwhile coming for such an introduction, but I didn't come to hear a hesped. I came to give something which is important for us to know. The Yeshiva was mentioning we were involved in the Tshuva movement in the early years, 40, 35 years ago. What is today? We all know the real movement which took on 40 years ago, 30, 35, 20 years ago, to a certain extent it fizzled out. The movement is not in such a massive way as it used to be. It means to say that we graduated, let's say, Yeshiva Ketana in Klal Yisrael, and we have been upgraded to go to a higher level. This is our time. And I'm thanking the Yeshiva given the opportunity to share a little bit the insight, which usually we don't pay attention to that. Times are changing very quickly, and we sometimes miss the train how to capitalize and to take the opportunity of the change of time. One point which I like to focus on, which is a change of time. The last 20, 25 years, I would say, we came out of Golus. We're not in Golus anymore. The word Golus, says the Maral, that they don't allow you from outside to fulfill what you desire to do. What is the man? The man is what he wants. Man is not necessarily what he is, because he may be limited. But what do you want to be? What are you accepting every morning, every night? Who are you in your rotzen? Who are you? What do you want? The man is what he wants. And they don't allow you from outside to fulfill what you want. That is called golus. You can't express, you can't deliver what you really want. I would say the last golus was Golus Paroi, Golus Mitzrayim, which didn't end it with Mitzrayim, which was extended to Shiva Dalet Malchias, Bovel, Moda, Yom, and Edom. The last Golus was the Western culture, Edom. We still had 25 years ago, more or less, in Russia, didn't allow to keep Shabbos, Bris Milah. That was Golus. Yiddishkeit was in Golus. Didn't allow, was it 70 years ago, the Holocaust, they destroyed you, you couldn't keep Shabbos, you couldn't do anything. That was called Golus. What is today? Are we today in Golus? Since Russia turned democracy, this Torah, you could do anything what you want. I had the privilege to be 49 years ago in Russia. It was a secret mission, Shlichim, which was sent underground, helping all around Jews secretly, financially, to be able to maintain Yiddishkeit. You can't imagine Golus, it was Yiddishkeit then. What Mesiras Nefesh is what Yiddishkeit then for the time of Brezhnev. Today, I have a certain Asken in Switzerland who asked me permission, wants to put my books, which was written in English, in Hebrew, and some in Russian today, wants to put it on a website in Russian. So go ahead, if you feel it's good for Kirov, you put them in. He told me, you have thousands of visitors on your website of your books. Goyim. They are fortunate to Jews. You have the truth, you know what you're living on. Can you imagine that? After 7 years of Bolshevism, you could preach Torah, you could teach Torah in every corner in the world. Cholim, Tshuva movements, nobody stands in your way, you could go any place that you want. So we're living in a time now which we don't realize it. I think the last time we had such a time was in Shlomo Melech's time that you could go any direction. Shlomo Melech was king over the entire world. He had freedom. Ishtach Hastena, Ishtach Haskafnoi. If you want to have a Beis Hamikdash, if you want, you could become a Novi. With Keflaim Yoytze Mitzrayim Neviim in Yerushalayim. At the same time, you had Avodah Zorah, Givaroi Shvichas Domim. You had Achov, you had Rovim Ben Navot, you had Neviim. There, you were free to express your Rotzen either way. Since then, we never were free to express your Rotzen either way. But today, aren't we living today in a time wherever you want to go, wherever you want to be, they're going to help you. Either way. Both the Tayir Messiah, when we're in Torah, when we're about Tshuva, Baruch Hashem, thousands of Baruch Tshuva, Skoilim, Yeshivas, and everything, they help him. At the same time, both the Tamois, Chas V'Shalom, want to disconnect, Poischemlei. They open up for you the gates of the Chamishim Sha'ar Tumah. You have the iPhone, you have the internet. In 1 second, you just fall to the lowest. You could live a double life very comfortably. Nobody has to know who you are. Outwardly, you could be a Ben Torah, everything is fine, making nice shidduchim. Inwardly, that you're living a total double life. You are what you want to be. Nobody stands in your way. We never had such a time, since Shlomo Melech's time. That's my observation. I wish somebody would tell me I'm wrong, but that's the reality. Reality could walk. In Iran today, you have Shlita, you have Talmud Torah, you have mikveh, and they say openly, we're not against Asmo, you should do whatever you want. We're against politics, Zionism. You also, we have the feet, we're not in Golus anymore. And not only that, till now, for the last 2,500 years in Golus, we all suffered collectively. In the Holocaust, nobody asked, why me? Why us? Everyone, it wasn't an individual issue. It was a collective issue. Today, there is no collective suffering. Today, everyone has his personal suffering, personal agenda. And they're asking, why me? Everyone has his own problems. So something is demanded of us. Hashem wants something in our generation. My observation, and I'm sharing it for a long time for many people, many places, Talmidei Chachamim, and nobody ever denied it. I think we are Erev Mashiach. Our final phase. Actually, we have smichas on that. You know, Chazal tell us, B'chol choismim, v'loi b'hem. They say in every Shemoneh Esrei, Elke Avram, Elke Yitzchak, Elke Yaakov, and we're ending Baruch Ata Shem Mogen Avram. So why omitted Yitzchak and Yaakov? Mogen Avram, Yitzchak and Yaakov. Says the Gemara, B'choch Choismin, V'loi Behem. The Chesimis HaBaruch is only with Avram, and not with Yitzchak and Yaakov. We go down Sifri Kabbalah, Sefer Megala Lukas particularly, B'choch Choismin, the Chesimis HaGolus will be, before you have to be Avram Avinu. Yitzchak and Yaakov, you're never going to become before Mashiach. Yitzchak is Avodah, Shom Lavodcha, that Mashiach is going to give us. Yaakov is Torah, Titenem is Yaakov, that Mashiach is going to give us. What will Mashiach not give you? Avram. Ein mekablim keirim b'moisa Mashiach. Mashiach is here, there's no such thing as Kabbalah Samach Shamayim, everyone will come and run, they don't accept him anymore. Like in Shlomo Melech's time, they didn't accept the Jerim. So we have now the final chance to become Avram. In order to get Mashiach, should give me Yitzchak, that's Avodah, that's a Beis HaMikdash, and get us Yaakov. Now, B'choch Choismin, says the Megala Mukha, the final station, the final step before Mashiach, every individual will have to become Avram Avinu himself. And exactly like Avram Avinu. And I think there was never a time, as a duplicated time as Avram Avinu's time. Number one, who is that Avram Avinu? Ben Terach, Oved Avodah Zorah. No background. Searching for the truth, searching for the emes, and taking on Kabbalah's Oil Malchus Shemayim. Most people are not aware of a very interesting information which the Chasam Sofer says in Tshuva, Yeredeya, Shia Nun Vov. Says the Chasam Sofer as follows. Hashem created Adam Rishon. He teach them Kol HaTorah Kuloi. He showed them the entire world from beginning to the end. Sof Olam at Sof Olam, Merosh Kol HaDoros at Sof Kol HaDoros. He saw 6,000-year movie until Mashiach. He saw the whole plan from beginning to the end. Adam Rishon. Nu Kol HaTorah Kula. Of course, after he sinned, he was chased off in the Gan Eden, but he didn't lost it. He knew the information, what's going to be, why we're here. And he gave it over, says Chasam Sofer, to his descendants, to his children and grandchildren, Sheis, Mr. Shelach learned close to 400 years by Adam Rishon. And he got all the information which Adam Rishon got from Hashem, he gave over to Mr. Shelach. Mr. Shelach was a tzaddik, and he passed it on to Noach and Shem. Noach was 600 years old when Mr. Shelach died by the Mabul, and Shem was 98 years old. He knew everything. So Noach Hashem, the yeshivas that Golim, Noach Hashem, Yoshev Aholim, Yaakov learned by Hashem Ve'ever. Avram Avinu was also learned by Noach himself too, for 58 years. There's a Mekonim say that Avram Avinu learned by Noach from the age of 10 to the age of 50 for 40 years. Who is his Rebbe? Chassofer uses that as a proof. The entire Torah, from Bereshis Bor until Yetzias Mitzrayim, which was written down, all the details, the 2,000-year detail from Adam Rishon until Yetzias Mitzrayim, was a public awareness and knowledge. Yaakov gave over to his children in Mitzrayim. Yaakov got the whole Torah from Shem. Shem got it from Mr. Shelach, Mr. Adam Rishon, from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's nothing that we have to believe. We got it Ishmi Piyish. So Noach and Shem, they were Nevi'im, they were Toivsi Yeshivas, and Avram Yitzchak Yaakov were Talmidim of Shem Ve'ever, and Avram was still a Talmud for Noach himself. By the age of 50, Avram Avinu is a Talmud of Noach. He leaves Noach. He makes a revolution. Shever Alilim. And he goes out, makes a demonstration, and he's paying with his life. They put him in Kivshanesh. And he comes out. Ani Hashem shebacharti ba'Avram, shetzei seisem urchazlim, favos, shemotzos eselo ne'emal fenechot. Echot Avram. One man, a descendant from Terach, not Noach. Noach's Zaydi was Chanoch, who became Malach Metat. Noach was a tzaddik, ben tzaddik, all the way up to Adam Rishon, with no interruptions. And Noach remains a Noach, a ben Noach. He's a boy till today. He's not allowed to keep Shabbos. He's a Ben Noach. He is what other mission chose to be, as the Ramchal say. I keep the 7 mitzvahs, everything, but I don't believe, I'm not taking on the responsibility to be the partner of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nitzchi is amazing. That was a decision of Adam Rishon, and so were for the first 2,000 years. And the Mishnah says in Ovois, 20 generations from Adam till Avram, Kula Machisim Lefonav, all angered HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I gave him Bechira, and they all chose not to be my partner. Ad Shabu Avram V'Kibul Schar Kula. One man, Echad. And it goes against the whole world. Nimrod was the king of the entire world. Called Nimrod Shehimri the Skola Oilam Kula. He made a coalition, a whole world against a Prikasol Malchus Shemayim. As the Pasuk says, we call Oret Sofa Echad, the whole world was one language, one interest, one coalition. Dvorim Achodim Sechazad, the whole world was against two Echad. Echad Hashem, Echad Avram. They all ganged up against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Comes one single individual, Echad to Avram, and he goes against the whole world, and he jeopardizes his prize, his life, and he went to die for that. He didn't know it was going to come out, and then he comes out. Now Noach and Shem and Ever see with their own eye. Noach, Avram comes out of the Kivshanish. And Yashem Shebachal to Avram. And the whole Medrash says after the Sota, Nimrod was demoted for his kingdom, and Avram was Avram and Goyim. He made a coin with a picture of Avram Avinu. He was the most famous person in the world. And Noach and Hashem remained there. They don't go the footsteps of Avram Avinu. How do we understand it? And Yitzchak Yankee, they continue to learn by Noach Hashem ve'ever. What made Avram Avinu different than for Noach? And Noach did not go in the footsteps of Avram Avinu. Says this Fasemes, one thing, Kabbalah's all Malchus Shemayim. That was the whole thing. Teire mitzvahs Noach Tzadik had, Noach Tzadik Tomoh B'Darois, Noach Motzachei Mein Hashem. Odom remained a Tzadik, Sheis was a Tzadik, Chaloich was a Malach Metad, the old Tzadikim. The mitzvahs Masim Toimiyeh. But to be Mekabel all, accept your yoke of life, and with that acceptance you're coronating Hashem, Malchus Shemayim, V'hoi Hashem Echad Kol Ha'oretz, that they didn't do. The first Mekabel Ol was Avram Avinu. Mekabel Ol Malchus Shemayim. Now what is Ol? The essence of a person is, he wants to be free. A person does not want to be under a Ol. That's the nature, that's a Tzelem Elokim. Hashem is free, has freedom of choice, nobody's above him. We have been created to the Tzelem Elokim, we have the same quality. Nobody, don't tell me what to do. I want to be free, have freedom of choice. I go in either direction. Adam Rishon chose to die, Avram chooses to live. When you put all of a person, you're crushing the person. Freedom is the most important essence of a person. That's the Tzelem Elokim in himself, to be free. I made a few times, as many times, I'm speaking in prisons in the United States, also here in Israel. And I made a research in the prisons with their permission. It says, can I have a research make on you? I will not get the answer for you. It's not a pleasant thing to be in a prison. You're losing all your rights. You're limited in all areas. Suppose you would be given an option, a choice. And the Lord would come to you, would tell you, fill up an application, whatever you imagine, whatever you want in your life you get. All your imaginations, all your fantasies, whatever you want, you get them fulfilled 100%, but in the parameters of prison. Or you get nothing, and you will suffer as you do, but you're free. What do you want? Everyone said without thinking a moment, freedom. Freedom is the essence of a person. And to Mekabel all, Hashem, I'm accepting your yoke that you're giving this, you're totally surrendering to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's his Malchus Shemayim. I make you king. You have no choice anyhow. Hashem is boss. Hashem is a Moshe. He rules. He's a dictator. Question, how do you accept your life? And every person has a oath. No person ever got even half of his fantasies, half his dreams. Question is, how do you accept your life? Nobody gets what he wants anyhow. That's the question. For 2,000 years, till Avraham Avinu, people rebelled. And the tzaddik didn't rebel, but he was stuck. Yishor Ach Noach, he was sighing, Nebuch. He went through the Mabul, he went through Dor Enosh. To accept, to be happy? No. Mother it's Chomos, like Mabul, Dor Afloga, the whole Himri, the scholar, Oilam Kura, to be poetical, to fight Hashem even from heaven too. Avraham Avinu was the first individual. He says, Hashem, you gave me a gift. You gave a gift to a person to be free and to choose. He could go either direction. Why did you give it to a person? That you should abuse that gift? Or you should have something what to give to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to surrender to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and make you king. Kabbalah's all. I'm accepting what you're putting on me. Why? Because I'm choosing life. The ultimate choice of a person, of humanity, is, as the Pasuk says in Parshas Nitzavim, if you will live forever, you're partner with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If you're an eternal person, or you are a mortal person, that one day you end, who are you? You have to decide. You have to choose it. Hashem says, I cannot impose on you to become my partner. I can't give you mortality, I can't give you eternity if you don't choose it, unless you're choosing it. And the other Mauritian chose it openly. No, I'm not willing to invest for the future. I will listen to you, give me Torah mitzvahs, I will run your world for you. But to be your partner, to be responsible for it, I can't take it on. Why? There's many cheshbonos. Maybe the job is too big for me, I don't take responsibility. Or maybe, one of the Fortune say, Odam passed it on to Avraham Avinu and to David Melech Yisrael. It's a one combination. He gave an opportunity later to take it on. And Odam Rishon chose to die. When Hashem told him, have you eaten from the Eitz Hadas? That's my choice. He wasn't punished. He got what he wanted. Hashem told him clearly, don't eat from the Eitz Hadas. The day you eat, you die. He says, I'm willing to die. I'm willing to pay the price. Give me fun here. I'm going to tell you mitzvahs. Like Noach Tzaddik. He did everything to run. He saved the whole world. But was not ready to be Mekabel, all Malchus man to carry it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at Shavua Avram, and he did it. The question is, why did Avram do it? Because when we're being told, in order to bring Mashiach today, I have to be Avram. I'm mamash in the same situation. You have today, Avram had three examples which you could emulate. You could go with Nimrod, Yodea Surviving Mischavan Nimrod boy. I know exactly what Hashem wants from me. I'm not giving it to you. You want me to accept happily what you're doing to me. I'm sorry, I'm not happy. I'm no choice. You're my dictators. As the Vilna Goy says, Hashem Amlucho Umoishel Bagoyim. On Goyim, Hashem is a Moishel, a ruler. But that's not a king. But we make Hashem king, we accept the Kodesh Baruch Hu willingly. And here is Nimrod. He knows exactly what Hashem wants from me, which he cannot impose. Hashem cannot tell me, you must make me king, because even I make him, it's not kingdom. I have no choice. Hashem says, I need one thing from you which I cannot do for myself. Accept me happily. As we say every morning, before davening, the tefillah for Eliyahu Novi, La'oyle me'odam erei shamayim b'seisel v'golu. So we say, Ashreinu, Matov Chalkeinu, Moim Goyroleinu, Mayofer Yishosenu, Shom Mashkimi, Marim Pamayim, V'yom Shma, V'hafta Shabalakechu. And what do you say, Ashreinu, and all your problems, and all your tzoras? Make a list of your quidlu. Nobody has what he wants. We all have our issues. And starting off the Dalit, please take it away, give me a better situation. But no, Hashem, I'm not complaining. I'm very fortunate. Ashreinu, Matov Chalkeinu. Why? Because with that I'm making you king, and I chose to make you king with all price. I want to make you king. That's what's called Hashem Atef Chalkeinu. And that's by the way, Kabbalah's all Malchus Shemayim is not Mitariat Mitzvahs. It's a request of Hashem, do me a favor, accept me happily. That cannot be enforced. I'm stuck with you. No tzaddik Tome does it. Kabbalah Machshman take on your agendas. And Avraham Avinu was the first one who took it on. He was the first one who took it on. Says this Fasemes, the difference between Noach Tzaddik and Avraham Avinu was Kabbalah Machshman. Now we have been told that you have to become Avraham Avinu before Mashiach, before Chosmin. So we have to be in the same situation as Avraham Avinu was. You must get the freedom to go either to accept Hashem or not to accept Hashem. And what is today isn't the same time today as it was in Avraham Avinu's time. The whole world was one language, one coalition. You have the internet. The whole world is in your hands. A push of a button. You could be any place, anywhere. Nobody knows. No embarrassment. You and the world and Hashem. And you have to choose. Am I going with the world? I'm going for Hashem. Am I willing to give up the whole world? Lech lecho, me'artzecho, manat besich, and jeopardize your parnasa, and jeopardize your life. Because I'm surrendering to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And you have an opportunity. You could be like Nimrod. Tell him, no Hashem, I'm sorry, I'm not accepting. Or you could be Noach Terach, going all different ideologies, all kind of fake beliefs. Do what you want to believe. Many isms which is in the world, which doesn't exist anymore either, they're all bankrupt. Or you could be Noach Tzaddik Tomei, do what you have to do, you have no choice, you're stuck in your mitzvahs and masim toiv and do perfect, but not to be happy to accept what HaKadosh is giving. Or to be Avraham Avinu. Fight the whole world head on, single-handedly, jeopardize your life for that, because you believe in Tchiyas HaMesim. If you would only experience in practice the first Animamin and the 13th Animamin, that it will empower you to be able to say Hashem Atav Kiyomenem Goyrelei. First Animamin is Animamin Hashem Shaboyres Borech Shemoi Uboyre Umanig L'chol Habruim V'hu Levado Oso V'oisa V'yasa L'chol HaMaseh. Everything which you go through in life, He did it. Hashem did it. Everything. Hashem did it. Why? Baruch Elokeinu sheboranu l'chvaydo. Thank Hashem, He created me for your glory. V'ivdolonu min ha'toim, for the rest of people who don't believe that you could glorify HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you could mamlich HaKadosh Baruch Hu. By what? By Nosan Torah Semes. And what the Torah Semes says, V'chaye oilam nota b'soicheinu. Everything which Hashem gives to me is a seed which you have a choice to plant them, to irrigate them, and bake fruits. And the 13th Animamin, Animamin Hashem, Shetiyah Tchiyas HaMeisa Ve'eshatan L'rotz HaMeisa V'ayis Vorach Shemoi. I'm going to see the benefit, the fruits which I cultivated, those seeds which Hashem gave me. In Rosh Hashanah, we read the first day and the second day. The first day we read Hashem Pokat Nesorah. Thank you Hashem, You gave me a child. Baruch Atah Hashem Toiv V'meitiv. The second day, give him back. Hashem Nosan, Hashem Lokach. Yishem Hashem Avoirach. Baruch Atah Hashem Dayan Emes. Getting a child is a seed. Wonderful seed. Taking away a child is also a seed. The same seed, but it's much more pale. It's Mamlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem, when you say Dayan Emes, and say Hashem, it's you, and I'm accepting Tashrei Mutav L'keinu, you coronated Hashem. When you say Toiv V'meitim, you got a child, you don't coronate every God. You say thank you for getting a child. But losing a child, or having a child off the derech, having nisyonos, no parnosa, and tragedies, everything which you go through, you have a choice. What are you going to do with this? Say, Hashem, you did it. Nobody else did it. Who levat l'maseh? But I'm doing it. I'm accepting it. And I was mamlech. Believe that I'm a partner in completing the world, the Saken Oilam, the Malchut Shaddai. I make Hashem king. What is Mashiach? Who made him? I. Every time you say Hashem, thank you, I'm accepting, you make Hashem king more and more melech. Believe in that. Thank you, Hashem, He gave me the opportunity to be mamlech you. And when that was Avraham Avinu, she took on Hashem, I'm going to make you melech at any price. and he went to Asur Nisyonis, his Nas Avram Avinu, went to 10 Nisyonis, V'omad Bekulam. And the last Nisyon was Akedah Yitzchak. That has to be spoken because that was the final completion of, there we got the guarantee of the Geula Shleima of Mashiach, as the Ramban says, Shaligan Olhem Shum Chet. Let's explain. Avram Avinu went to 10 Nisyonis. The 10th Nisyon was, which was the final conversation for all Nisyonis, Akedah Yitzchak. Many Meforshim are talking about what's the big deal? Who wouldn't give up his only son for Hashem after when he went through 9 Nisyonis? Who wouldn't give it up? What's the big Nisyon? So the Ran, the Drosh Hashanah says as follows. All previous 9 Nisyonis, it was a command. Hashem said, Lech lecho me'artzecho. So he listened. Hashem told him to do and he went. He did what he's supposed to do. That's a tzivur. The 10th Nisyon, Hashem promised Avram Avinu, you're going to have a child. Ki b'Yisrael kol chazorah. He gave him the promise, everything, and he got it. Almost Hashem comes to him and he says to him, Kach no, I'm not commanding you. If you want to do me a favor, give up Yitzchak, give him back to me. If not, you could keep him. I promised you, you don't have to do it. I'm not forcing you. I appreciate if you give him back. But if you don't give him back, you could keep him. That was the reason. Kach no. That is Malchus Shamayim. But Lech lecho me'artzecho, you have to listen. Mitzvahs and Masim Tovim, you're not correlating Kodesh Baruch Hu. Where you come at value, you have a Bechira Chovshis. Hashem promised me Yitzchak. So when Hashem says to Avram Avinu, Kach dos binkas krita shahavte Yitzchak, v'alei lo oilo, Avram says, Hineni, I'm here to do what you want, not what I want. You gave me Yitzchak, fine. You want him back? I'm happily giving him back as happy I was getting Yitzchak. That is Malchus Shamayim. Says Hineni. Says there's Hashem Rosh Hashanah, which according to one sheet, Akedah Yitzchak was, we're reading it. Coronate me. Go in the footsteps of Avram Avinu. Give up things which you don't have to give up. But do my rotzen and not your rotzen. When Hashem commands me, I have to do it. Anoach Tzadik does whatever he has to do, but not more. Avram Avinu, Avram Anod, if he volunteers, I'm giving up something which I don't have to give up. He says, let me give you an example too. In England, used to be a wonderful Jew, Rabbi Rosh Yeshiva Rabbi Getzelberger, was a multi-millionaire. He used to give a lot of money for Satmarov, the Divrei Oyel. He gave a lot of money for Satmarov. Whatever the Rebbe wanted, he gave him money. Whenever the Rebbe needed a bigger amount of money, the guy called Getzel, the Rebbe wants you. He took the first plane, came to America, came to the Rebbe. Yes, Rebbe, what do you want? The need of building a building, this and that. He took out the checkbook. He says to the Rebbe, fill in the number. And every time whatever the Rebbe filled in the number, he signed. Never argued. 100,000, 200,000, million. Whatever he filled in, he always signed. That was a few times a year. Every time the Rebbe needed more money, he got a call. He took the first plane, a Concorde. The Rebbe wants me. And took out the checkbook, Rebbe filled in the number, and he signed. Never argued. Once the Rebbe tells him, I see that you never argue. You trust me. Why do you have to bother it always to come down? Leave here if you sign checks. Whenever I need money, I got to fill it in and let you know. Let you know. Says it gets the Rebbe 9. It's geht nicht to say. It doesn't go like that. If the Rebbe wants money, Getzel comes and he gives money. But Getzel I don't give away. I give money. To believe to sign checks, to give away Getzel, that I'm not doing. You could do mitzvahs Hashem, you want a mitzvah, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do your mitzvahs. I'm going to do this. Getzel gives money. But Hineni, take me, I'm not doing anything. That is Kabbalah Samach Shema. Having a difficult life, he says, Hashem, thank you. Kach no, I beg of you. That is Kabbalah Samach Shema. And the first one who did it was Avram Avinu. And the last one who does it, we today. The question is why? Why didn't we hear, I had a wonderful great Rebbe, who called the Weizmann Tzadik Livrocha. I never heard of this type of concepts from him. We never heard it. No Rebbe, no Sheshiva, no Machanach was ever speaking this language, what we have to speak now. That's very simple. Because when we went in Auschwitz, I'm a Holocaust survivor, and we were all massacred and killed and prosecuted, women, children, everything. That in accepting the fact, you couldn't run away and say, Hashem, you did it? We say, Shvan Hashem Echad, that's Kabbalah Samach Shemayim. But it was actually, you had no choice, you had no alternative. You had no alternative. So, in the old days, in Golus, automatically we were Kabbalah Samach Shemayim. We know all the stories, endless stories of historical stories. You used to be Meshumodim, used to baptize himself, Moisrim. Why? Because he couldn't take the oath of being a Jew. So he went to Paris, and he became a Catholic, a Christian, became a Moser, he became even popes, priests. He ran off. It was Precursor Malchus Shemaim in those days was to become a Nazi, to become a Christian. You couldn't take the heat of being a Jew in the ghetto, so he became a Moser, and became close to the rulers, and he became a guy. That was called Perikol Malchus Shemaim. Any Jew didn't do it, and he remained in the ghetto and suffered, automatically was Mekabel Malchus Shemaim. I suffered because I'm a Jew, 6 million Kedoshim, I was killed because I'm a Jew. That's Kabbalah Malchus Shemaim automatically. The issue was Kabbalah's Torah mitzvahs. You can't give no mitzvahs, you have to fight for Torah mitzvahs. What is today? Today you could do Torah mitzvahs as much as you want. They help you. It's available. It's available. But you don't accept your personal life. That is precursor. You don't have to baptize yourself today. You don't become a Moser. Just to be a better Jew, Hashem, look how you're treating me. That's a precursor Malchus Shemaim. Kabbalah Shemaim, accepting. That is the agenda of today. We have no problems keeping Torah mitzvahs. They let you keep, matter of fact, the force on us Torah mitzvahs, more than we could handle. The chinuch system. A normal, the Yaakov girl wouldn't make a shidduch if the man wouldn't see the learn in the koiler. They're almost being boxed in to keep Torah mitzvahs. That's not the problem. Problem is how you take your personal life, but Hashem is imposing on you. You didn't succeed with your children, you didn't succeed with your shalom bayis, you didn't succeed with your panosa, with your health situation, tragedies which is happening, individual tragedies. That is called Kabbalah Malchus Shemaim. So Hashem says to us on Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Hashanah everything is Mashiach. V'hoi Hashem lemelech al kol ha'oretz, v'Hashem echad v'shmo echad. If a person does not accept Hashem is giving, Hashem is not echad, there's two. There's Hashem, and there's a me, which I'm not happy with it. But then I say, Hineni, I'm happy with you, whatever you give me. Hashem v'tev chalkeni, I made Hashem echad. And Hashem wants to, Rosh Hashanah, the junction is to be Kabbalah's Ol Malchus Shemaim. Therefore, we need the Kedah Yitzchak. So when Hashem said to Avraham Avinu, Kachnes Binkos, take a beautiful child which I promised you. When Leila Oilam says, Hineni, take him, I'm very happy to do that. Matter of fact, you're taking the most gift which Hashem gave you, Yitzchak, which is Gant Klal Yisrael. Could you be bigger Yisurim than that to give up that beautiful Yitzchak? Now when we jumps on the occasion, Hashem, we wanted to make you king. I take the most precious, but I haven't given it up for you. Hineni. He was happy to do that. And all of a sudden, Yishlach es Yodai, by the way, he took his two Yishmael with Canaan to show them that the Mamlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu was Shem Melech HaKol Oretz. Who the Shnei Norav? This is Goy Gemogoi. Teaching them. Mashiach's time, Shem Melech HaKol Oretz. All of a sudden Hashem stops him. No. Avraham was devastated. Hashem, you're not allowing me to coronate you? I wanted to give you the gift. Why are you rejecting my gift? He was devastated. Sorry, Meinu passed away. She was told, Kamat Shaloi Nishchat Yitzchak Polcha Nishmosa. The Duke is be told, Kamat Nishchat Yitzchak. Almost he was slaughtered, Polcha Nishmosa. Not Kamat Shaloi Nishchat. He didn't accept it, my gift. He didn't accept it, my Mluchas Hashem. Avraham Avinu had the same agenda. You're not accepting. I was so happy to give you this gift. Why did you reject it? So what did you do? Yisos Einov, V'yah v'hina ayil echaz next v'abekana. What's Yisos Einov? When a person has a big loss, he starts to think, how can I recapture my loss? I live with a big loss. Hashem rejected his coronation. I wanted to give up my only one son, Hashem doesn't accept. He lifted his eye, what can I do to recapture what I wanted to do? V'yad hina ayin. He sees the ram. V'yikach ha'ayil v'aleyu lo'oilo tachas b'noi. Says the Medrash, he put in all the emotions, all the feelings in the ayil. That this is his son. And later on, when Malach tells him, says the Maral, who's the bincho? The ayil. He adopted the ayil. This is Yitzchak. And he went to the motion and he was crying away, losing his child, because he didn't want to give up this opportunity to sacrifice. Yitzchak himself, and that's the shofar. That's the shofar from ayil. Yichel Malach Hashem Shenis, came to Malach Hashem the second time. He says, Yana Shesisas Adover Hazeh, that you didn't want to depart from this beautiful opportunity, and you volunteered, Avram Anodiv, to give up this gift, the ayil. She gave him a brocha, Yira Azarach Sharleiba, forgot a brocha, the Avtoch of the Geula Shleim of Mashiach, the second time. Says the Ramban, what was the second time? An added Havtocha which he didn't get the first time. The first time, yes, we get Mashiach if you deserve it. The second time that you volunteered and you replaced Yitzchak with the ayil and you went through with the ayil, the Hashem guaranteed us Mashiach shelo yigram lehem shum chet. No chet could ever take away from us Mashiach. We guaranteed from Mashiach for Tikkun Olam. Because he was misnadiv. That's Hashem tells in Rosh Hashanah. Now let's be practical. Before Rosh Hashanah, we all said in the Slichas, we all tremble in Shir, the day is coming, the Yom Adin, the Son of Toikef Mi Yichem Yomos. There's reason to be petrified, to be afraid. So we should have made, before Rosh Hashanah, Seris HaMetshuva, we should have made Yom Kippur, Erev Rosh Hashanah. We should enter into the trial as we go out, Motzi Yom Kippur, for the Ila, all cleansed, all clean. We don't do that. We do everything after Rosh Hashanah. What's going on here? You're standing for an din. You're standing, what's going to be with me? The answer is, why you worry what's going to be with you? Whatever it's going to be, who does it? Hashem. I'm accepting. Ashreinu, Matav Chakelmu, Goyreinu. Parsha Shoftim. Usually we read it in the first Shabbos, in Chodesh Elul. The Pasuk Tomim Tim Hashem Elokecha, Hashem says, be a whole with Hashem, be one with Hashem, accept Hashem unconditionally. How? Zok Rasha, is halachim v'betmimus, walk with Hashem wholeheartedly, but tzapeh lo, look out for His interest and not for your interest. What is His interest? Make me king. Accept me unconditionally. Tzapeh lo. Not for you. How? Don't be curious to know what's going to be. I'm standing tomorrow trial. I'm standing trial, I'm shivering. You don't want to know what's going to be? No. Whatever it's going to be, I'm accepting. I'm covenanting Kodesh Baruch Hu. Don't want to know your future. Why? Wherever you impose on me, I'm accepting. Now became one with Hashem. Now you covenant in the Kodesh Baruch Hu. That's the personal sacrifice. You're standing on a trial at Rosh Hashanah. We had a difficult year past year in all areas, and you don't know what's going to be now. Please, 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 Hashem. He says, Hashem, my issue is now what's going to be with me. The issue is what's going to be with you. How much you're going to be more king? I don't care about me. Whatever you give me, I'm accepting. I'm coronating with you. That's Rosh Hashanah. That's Avraham Avinu. The Torah says Rosh Hashanah is Avraham Avinu. Yom Kippur said Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sukkot. Once you coronate Hashem Rosh Hashanah, now what's happening now? Actually, Chazal tells us, Ger sheniskayel k'kot l'shenoi l'doma. A ger who converts is like a newborn person. There's no past. You have two ways how to approach Rosh Hashanah Yom Adin. As about tshuva, what's going to be with me? Or, I'm converting. I'm Avraham Avinu, Avraham Ivri. I'm leaving the world. I'm going to give you a moshel. It's not such a tasty moshel, but in history, was such a thing happened once. Let's imagine, after the Holocaust, Hitler disappeared. All of a sudden, he comes forward to a Bezdin. Bezdin said, he says, I'm Hitler. I can't take it anymore. My conscience is eating me up. I can't sleep, I eat. I want you to punish me, do anything which has to be done, get rid of me, just get rid of me. Just get rid of me. Do anything which is supposed to be done because I can't take the guilt anymore. I can't live with this guilt. To check him out, yes, he's Hitler. Now you have him on the hand. Cut him to pieces, give him to eat for dogs, whatever you want to do for him. Then suppose he says as follows. I killed 6 million Jews. I can't give them back. I could give him back one. One, myself, convert me. If somebody stole $1 million and he's about tshuva, he has to give back, but he hasn't got it. He has $1, that's what he has. So he comes and says, listen, I'm doing tshuva, I wish to give you back what I don't have, but I have $1, please take $1, that's what I have. See, if it says I took away 6 million Jews, I can't give him back, I couldn't give him back one. Me, convert me. So I gave him back 1 Jew. And they check him out, and he's very sincere, and let's say they converted him. Are you allowed to kill him? Are you allowed to judge him? He became Avraham Avinu. After Mesager, there's no Hitler. He was Mekabel al-Machal Shemayim. He surrendered to Kodesh Baruch, do with me whatever you want. I don't care what you do with me. I'm giving you a person. Avraham Ivri. He was also Ben Terach, over the Avodah Zorah, over the Mohem. So if that would, now, I said this Moshe, not such a tasty Moshe, but in the Gemara in Gittin, there was such a story. By the Beis Rishon, there was a Nevuzrad on Sarah Tabochim, and he became a ger. He called him a Sharadom. Now, I have an issue. I have a deal. What's going to be with me? Wait a minute. Convert. Why Hitler, if he converts, he's a new person, and he cannot be tried? And me, because I'm a born a Jew, and I'm a dos ben dos, never abandoned Judaism, do Torah mitzvahs, I can be a newborn person. I also could be a newborn person. Take all your past, you say, thank you, Hashem Ashreinu, Matavadu Garilenu. And to prove it that I'm really thanking for the past tzuras, that I'm not worrying what's going to be for the next year. Whatever I'm going to take on me, I'm accepting. Because my agenda is to make you king, to accept you unconditionally. If you do that, you are a newborn person. You have no din. And therefore the Chazal tell us, that's the shofar. Avraham Avinu valued it, he didn't want to depart from that gift from Akedah Sitzchak. That Ayil gave the guarantee you're going to have Mashiach. So we take that shofar, we identify ourselves with the shofar. Hashem, I don't care what's going to be next year, whatever you're going to do, I didn't thank you. I said thank you for the past year, and thank you for the future. You become a new person. Therefore the Chazal tell us, Kim shekol shofar oile lemala, you identify yourself with the shofar fine, because oile me'etchisadin, there's no trial. If there's no trial, so why are you making Sedishim Tshuva? Why are you making Yom Kippur? You're a new person. All your past, you have no din. And you're accepting anything what Hashem is going to give you. So why are you making Yom Kippur after Rosh Hashanah? The answer is, I'm not making it for me. I'm already free. But Lemaisa, what did you with all the aveils which we have done? The 6 million Kedoshim, they were killed. They're missing. How can I replace it? And everyone knows his own head. He said, make you king of the entire world. Which world? The world is full of sins. Tashra b'mtzul Hashem kol chatois, went to Tashra through where all your sins. The whole world is polluted with mine chatoim. So why do I do tshuva? It's not because of me. I'm not afraid. I'm not getting din. I'm a new person. That's Avinu Malkeinu. I'm cleaning up the world for you to give you a beautiful world. It's a tshuva me'ahava. That tshuva me'ahava. Therefore, I'm making Yaserishim tshuva and Yom Kippur after Rosh Hashanah. I'm not doing it for me. I can't relate to Kodesh Baruch Hu. I'm a new person. I haven't got anything what to worry. But I want you making king of the beautiful world. Sim lachata levadecha, should be king over the entire world. Kol ha'olam kulai. Nesakin oilam b'malchut shakai, to purify the world. And everyone knows his agenda, but he had polluted. So we go back to al-chet, al-chet, al-chet. We go with a microscope, we're cleaning like we make Pesach. We're cleaning up from the chometz to have free of chometz. So we go Yom Kippur, and we go with a microscope, al-chet, al-chet, al-chet. I'm doing the cleaning up the palace of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And everyone knows his own chet, which we had done. So it's tshuva me'ahava. If it's tshuva me'ahava, now comes Sukkot. Now comes Sukkot. I was once sitting, as I told you, spoke in a prison. And I threw out the question. He said, Rav David Ezriel Tauber, this month of Elul in Tishrei, David HaMelech says as follows: Acha sha'alti me'es Hashem, one request I have of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, v'oisa avakesh, and that I will request. What is that? Acha sha'alti me'es Hashem, v'oisa avakesh. What is that? The double talk. Yes, I will ask, I should only have one request. What does it mean? So I said to them as an example, suppose again, Eleanor comes to you, he says to you, I give you paper, yellow sheets, whatever you fill in you get. Whatever you fill in you get. Whatever you need, whatever you want, just put in your request, you're guaranteed you're going to get it. What will you ask? So one of them is not alive anymore, 2 years. All of a sudden says, give me more papers, give me more papers. There's enough papers to be able to ask, continues to ask more and more. Says David HaMelech, Acha sha'alti, I have only one request. V'oisa avakesh, that I'm going to ask, I should only have one request. Never have 2 requests. What? Shifti b'veis Hashem kol yemei. I should see myself sitting in the house all my life. If you're in prison, if you're in a hospital, if you're in business, if you're bankruptcy court, wherever you are, Beis Hashem. Always see yourself Beis Hashem. But typical Jewish are already asking 3 things. V'lachzos b'noyam Hashem, v'levaker b'echoloi. Answer is it's only one request. That's Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. Rosh Hashanah, Mamlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu. All the past, Hashem, it's you. Thank you. Ashreinu Matav Kakeinu. I'm not worried for the future. I say in advance, thank you. Lekadmo ponov besoido b'zmiras niriyava. Lekadmo, say Erev Rosh Hashanah, on the coming year, whatever you put on me, I'm ready to tell you thank you. I'm very sincere, because I tell you thank you for the last year. It wasn't an easy year. And I said thank you, but put that in Mamlech you. So I'm not afraid of what you're going to put in for the next year. Whatever you're going to put in, I'm also going to tell you thank you, you're going to be Mamlech you. That's called Shifti B'Veis Hashem Kol Yemei Chaya. Wherever you go, whatever you send me, wherever it's going to be, Gam Ke'elach B'Geit Salmovis Lo Yiro Ro. Ki Atimod, you're always with me. That's Rosh Hashanah. Lachzos B'Noyam Hashem, conceptually you could say it in your mind, but feel about it, feel it in your heart, that's Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, you see the Noyam Hashem, the sweetness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Your body and the Neshama is one entity. You don't need anything of the world. You don't think about family. You don't think about food. You don't think about anything. You are in the Cheder HaYichud with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You gain entrance in the Kodesh HaKadosh. You're the Kohen Gadol. Achas B'Shana. Chayvaro B'Shvili Nivra Oil. The Mamlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As Hashem's coming to my privacy, coming to my Kodesh. Yom Kippur, we have the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Lachzor, we're doing it with Simcha. True. We don't need the food. We don't need anything else. I correlated you. I'm one with you. after he had such a Kippur, the Vakir Be'echol says, Hashem, come into my chamber. You invited to my private office. Sukkot is the private office of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As the king's private office. Now, what is the Hershel Sukkah? Tzile de Mei Menuso, the shadow of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Sukkah. What is the Hershel Sukkah? The Hershel Sukkah is Chach. Chach. What is Chach? Psoiles Goyrem V'Yekev. The waste of trees, the waste of fruits, the waste. That is Chach. Hashem never created waste. Hashem doesn't create waste. Hashem created Toitzo Oretz, Eitz Pri V'Oise Pri. But Hashem is no such a thing as waste. But the ground violated the order, Toitzo Eitz Pri. Only Pri, but not Eitz. The whole waste of which you have today is Chatoyim. That's the Cheta for the Marishan. Koitz V'Dadav Tatzmiach Lo. B'zeh Sepech Toich Alechem. Now, that bothers us. I wasted so many opportunities you gave me so in the past. What did you do with it? I wasted it. It's my Avedas. Okay, I'm not being punished. I'm a new person, as you said before. But after all, this is waste. What is the simcha of Sukkot? Zmano Osif. We collect all our waste, what we wasted in the past. All the beautiful opportunity which was wasted. And with the tshuva mehava, we said before, we're doing that not, I'm not afraid for me, tshuva mehava. So the noise of Nasara Kazochias, the Avedas become smitzes. And Hashem says, why did I allow you to sin? Why did I allow you to waste everything? Because Mokum Shabbat tshuva, so when you in Revaka B'chol, Hashem says, come into my private office, you go in, all of a sudden you see, schach, those are my chatoim. But I had ruined. And Hashem is so proud of it, and his his private office with my chatoim. Hashem is proud of us. That's your real simcha. Means you see in the past he didn't waste anything. Every affair became a mitzvah by himself. But again, that's the real simcha. This is all my request. But everything has to start with Rosh Hashanah. Shifti beweis Hashem kodem echai, to know everything which is coming from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yes, I sinned, I wasted, but I'm a Kabbalah Machas Shemaim. Kabbalah Machas Shemaim is conversion. I became a convert. I'm a new person. And the din is, you can't judge me for my deeds already. It's not mine, but the damage is done. This is the damage. Now, as the start of the beginning of the Shir, today, we haven't got a problem with Torah mitzvahs. Torah mitzvahs is given to you on a golden platter. The whole chinuch system, matter of fact, the force on us Torah mitzvahs. Kofale markigigis. The chinuch system, we're getting married, we're learning in koilerim. There was never a time so much Torah, so much mitzvahs as we have in our time of today. Kabbalah Sol Torah mitzvah is not a problem today. We're getting it. Kabbalah Sol Machshma is a big problem. That cannot be imposed. We are today in Midbar. Michal Novi says, the same process when you came out of Mitzrayim, coming out from Golus, and coming into Eretz Yisrael, a ready flows will be reproduced again before Mashiach is coming. We don't go out straight from Golus, straight into Mashiach. There's in between a place, a time which you have to prove yourself. We came out of Mitzrayim, we got the Torah. For 40 years you were in the Midbar. In the Midbar nobody forced you, there's no outside power forcing you. You're free to go any direction. You see HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're eating man from heaven, you're being protected and covered. You have Moshe and Han, you have the Shimim Skeinim, but you also have Dosan Vaviran, you have a Koirach, you have a Misoinanim, you have Nasser Shnatza Mitzrayim, why did I came out, who needed that, let's go back. You have the Mapilim, then you have Beloy Smoyav, Atzaz Bilam, Im Kam Samagefo. Where is Moshe Rabbeinu? Moshe, you gave us Torah Makkos, you gave us Kriyas Yamsuf, you gave us Torah. 40 years Moshe Rabbeinu is with us. Asora Nisyonis Nisu Avosechem Bamidbar. Coming out of Mitzrayim, we need Moshe. Says this first in the, what was the final station? Final station, B'nai Smoyav. Outward. explosion of znus, of litzonas, Nossi B'Yisrael, Zimri Ben Soli, everything what he does he wants. There's a magefo. For 24,000 people die. But the Egel was only 3,000. Moshe stopped it with his tefillah. He is 24,000, nothing stopped. And Moshe is Moshe. Chazal Nistama Einav. He was blinded. He was paralyzed. Who saved the matzah? Pinchas HaKanoi. Mekanes Kenosi. Single-handed, one single person stands up, jeopardizing his life. He stopped it. Says this Fasemes. There's Boya Midbar, there's Boya Eretz Yisrael. To come out from Golus, and come into the Midbar to get the Torah, you need Moshe Rabbeinu, you need Aaron HaKohen, you need Tzaddikim. To bring us out from all the past Golus and Baruch Hashem, thank you for the Tzaddikim. Every door we had out Tzaddikim took us out of Golus. Without our Tzaddikim, without Rosh Hashanah, without the Torah, you would still be in Mitzrayim. But boy, Eretz Yisrael, to see Mashiach, no Moshe Rabbeinu could help you. You yourself have to become Pinchas HaKanoi. You have to jeopardize your life. And you were given a test in the Midbar that you could see HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you could be Moshe Rabbeinu, you could be Dosam Aviram. You could have B'nai Smoyav. You could have anything what you want. And Moshe Rabbeinu cannot help you. This is, you prove yourself as an individual. It says, Michano, before Mashiach can make any influence, we have to die in that position. You have all the freedom. You see Hashem is protecting us. Aren't we living in a midbar? You know how you're making a living, how you're marrying of children. Look at the Haredi world, all around the world, Kana and Hora, big families. 8 children, 10 and 14 and 15 children, nobody sleeps on the street. How are they getting married? I don't know. They don't finish the first month if they're getting married. With Pashkantas, with overdrafts. In Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, there's toy, there's food. Who's protecting you? You're living in the midst of the Arabs. You know what happened here in Harnof. Unfortunately, could have 1,000,000 times. Who is protecting you? And now they are covered. It's a miracle the baby survived. Up in Derech HaTev, you have no right of existence here. You live in a midbar. In the same midbar, in the end of the midbar, you have B'nai Smoyav, you have the internet, you have all the filth, you have the pornography, you have all the garbage. And you could do whatever you want. Nobody knows where you are. It's between you and Hashem. Echot Avram. You single-handedly have to fight off a whole world. Get out from your addictions. Don't take anything in your hand of Hesach Hadas. Prove yourself who you are, and nobody could help you. You could live in, you could learn a call with $3 and have the iPhone in your pocket. And nobody knows it. And you could live a double life. Means that's Yichud. Prove you're Echot Avram. You have to become Pinchas HaKanoi. There will be out today. If you see the situation, and Hashem depends, Hashem, I invested in you so much. What does mean B'chol Choismin? The conclusion from Golus will be B'chol with you. You have to become Avram Avinu. What does Avram mean? You have really to believe Avram was Chesed. Mischased im Koina. If a person does not believe I could do Chesed with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you can't withstand the Nisyanis of today. Paro denies Hashem. Yodat is Hashem. Comes from Moshe Rabbeinu, Yisrael, Yom Sakeni Hashem. Amalek doesn't deny Hashem. You're in the midbar. Hashem cannot be denied. You live in a miraculous state. Who can deny Hashem today? So how do you sin? He denies you. Don't believe in you that Hashem needs you. Don't believe in you that Hashem wants to coronate me. I'm in your hand. When a person does not believe that I have something to give to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I do mischasadim koina, he will fail. There's no way they could withstand the Amalek of today. But if you don't believe, I could do chesed with Hashem. That was Avram Avinu. I'm going to find us with a real story. Today, unfortunately, there's a new bacteria in Klal Yisrael with the Haredi world, all around the world. A person, Dafku, wanted to be perfect, who wanted to grow, and he did. In the end, he broke down. Hashem gave him Nisyonos, and he couldn't say the ego didn't allow him to surrender to coronate Hashem. And he's Yodea Sri Mescham, he's a Pirikot, become angry to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Unfortunately today, once a person left Yiddishkeit, he became a victim of ideology, became a Zionist, communist, became a ism. Today nobody's telling good. I'm Yodea Sri Boina, I know everything's coming Hashem, but I'm angry. I'm angry. So he's a young man, a big family, was a Ben Aliyah, but he got a few nisyonis. And instead of saying, Hashem, thank you, I'm coronating you, he broke down. He became an atheist, not atheist. Dafke, angry to Kodesh Baruch Hu, eating Yom Kippur lahachas. Going back, as lahavdil, the same situation, like in the Holocaust, we was gone in the Holocaust. How could I believe him? Look what he did. He killed my family. He became angry with Hashem. People become to be angry with Hashem. I raised the family, I had a child on no share, had this and this, getting angry. And he kicked it. No. And he says to his family, listen, I'm going to play the role very nicely. I'm going to marry off your children. Okay, I go to shul, make kiddush, everything, but leave me alone. Personally, I don't want to keep anything. No. How could a wife live with a koifer? So, standing for a get. You have to get divorced. So, dealing with this young man, and I kept at one meeting, the second meeting, at the third meeting, I told to this person, if you're not ready to mikabel all Malchus Shemayim, if you can't ready to accept the Kodesh Baruch Hu, you're poire kol. You're a cat. Chatul, you're a cat. A cat is not one garbage can to other garbage can, doesn't think anything, wants to precursor, wants to be free. You're a cat. She tells me, I want to be a cat. That's exactly what I want to be. I chose to be a cat. Chatul. Poire kol Malchus Shemayim. What can you tell him? What can you tell him? It says clearly, yes, that's what I want. Freedom. What can you tell him? So I told him, listen, why I'm talking to you already the third time? What do you care? You want to be a cat? Be a cat. I don't take money from you. She says, you take my sugar. What do you care what I'm doing? I'm taking crazy. I said to him, you know why I'm talking? I said, I'm the same human being as you. The all which I have, you have all. I could also crack down. But I decided to do the opposite. I'm giving you a very deep message. There's no in-between anymore. You decided to kick it and to be a poire kol. I decided to believe what Hashem tells. You know why I'm talking to you? Because now I'm doing chesed with Hashem. I believe in it 1,000,000%. I'm not like Avraham Avinu. I'm Avraham Avinu. I'm talking to you because it pains me, it hurts me that Hashem is losing you. No salon Torah semes, in his Torah Hashem says on you, Chai v'dom rav v'shvili livra oilam, yaben yochid av HaKadosh Baruch Hu, v'kol ha'ma'abed nefesh achas ki li'ibed oilam ola. If you want to become a cat, Hashem lost the whole world. Hashem looked you in the shoulder for 3,000 years from Mamat Havsina was Mekadosh you, and now in the end, you want to become a cat? It hurts, Sarah Shechina. I'm doing chesed with Hashem. And if a person does not believe, actually, that chesed Hashem, you have the other kind, you could become a cat too. That is B'chol Choisme. That's called Amunah. Amunah is not to believe in Hashem. We know Hashem. Amunah to believe that we have a relation with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and you could, Hashem is hurting, and I could do chesed, mischased, im koin. That is Avraham Avinu, mischased, im koin. There's no in between. To come out of Mitzrayim to become a Jew, Mekabel Ol Torah Mitzvah, there's Arba Bonim. Moshe Rabbeinu did a good job taking out 20% of the Jewish people, but even the point was divided in Arba Bonim. But to see Mashiach, there's no Arba Bonim. Either a cat, either Avraham Avinu. Decide who you want to be. There's no in between. And that is a new message. Because still we were struggling with Torah mitzvahs. We are happy, Masorati, Dati, this one. We are meant to keep Shabbos. But to accept HaKadosh Baruch Hu as a king, Kabbalah Shasurim B'Hava, there's no in between. Or you kick it, or you have to believe Avraham Avinu, have a relation with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That is the message in our generation, which we didn't have it 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we had to deal with Torah mitzvahs. A rebellion, a tzaddikim took us out of Mitzrayim, gave us Torah mitzvahs. Today, Baruch Hashem, Torah mitzvahs more than you could handle. This young man cracked because there's a whole bunch of Torah mitzvahs, and he doesn't know what he's accomplishing. It has to be his own insight. And it's a new insight which today we have to understand. You have to be mikabel all machshava individually, and it cannot be unless you believe in the concept I am doing with chesed v'chesed. No way can you do that. So this is the message. Now we understand. Main thing is Rosh Hashanah, Shifti B'Shem Kolim Mechaya. Whatever I am ending up, it's all based Hashem. I'm happy to be with Hashem. And Yom Kippur is the Lachzus B'noyam Hashem. We're going to see the sweetness and V'dato Hayoim. That is in your head. That's the Rosh Hashanah. That's in your head. Shavoi Selevavecho is Yom Kippur. You have it in your heart. You feel it. You think. And then Levakel Be'echoloi Ve'ol Bin Yavai to pray Sukkah Sholem Aleini Sukkah Zdovit HaNefeles. That's Shemelech HaMashiach. We're going to be Zoicher. Me'et Hashem Tzegman Chasim Tauber.
Amen.
It's a Yom Naroim is a time of Tiku B'choide Shofer Chitzu Maseicha. I think we all came a renewal, a chiddush, a new way of fulfilling Shemai's kappel. It's oisis Oil Malchus Shemayim. That's the Ikar Shemai, it's Oil Malchus Shemayim. And then the deeper aspects of this, I think all of us have gained today, mamish, a new insight, a way of approaching Yom Kippur as a day of complete renewal to each one of us of all Klal Yisrael. Thanks,
Dr. Smiler?